Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Welcome back. This is Blair Armstrong on your left, and on my right is
Brent Wright.
Brent Wright. We are old guys still rock. This is actually episode. I messed up last week, dude. We had a hidden episode that it will not be broadcast because of technical difficulties. So this is actually episode number 4. So okay. I told you last week number 4 was this is actually number 4. So sorry about that. You get a bonus episode from us this week. So enjoy it while it lasts. We appreciate you. But again, welcome back. I'm located in beautiful Indian Wells, California. The weather has been off the charts amazing. Everyone left early, thought I was going to get up in the triple digits. We're still hovering below 90. I know it sounds hot for a lot of people, but for us desert rats, it's epic right now. So 60-degree mornings, which is just phenomenal this time of year. So all of those that are from the desert, who know me from the desert, who left early, you guys missed out. So how's Eugene, Oregon, brother?
It's good. It was a little chilly this morning. It was 42 degrees outside. My ice bath was 39.
Woo!
So yeah.
Ice bath. You know, those ice baths, man, have really taken a hold of society, man. I know they've been around for a long time, but a lot of people are really getting into them and having astronomically great benefits from this. So how are you doing with them? I believe you mentioned to me that your family, that you kind of do this as a family thing.
Yep. Yeah, we do it in the evenings, a couple days a week. On average, we try to with the kids and let them in there no more than 8 minutes is the recommended for kids. It really changes the way they sleep. It changes their attitude. It changes their just overall wellness. They seem to relax and they seem to have less attitude and go to sleep faster in the evening. So it's a good thing for them. April and I do it every morning at 5:30, and we stay in as long as we can or until we get warm. Dichotomy. So you're in an ice bath and you start to get warm because your body starts producing heat. So
wow. Hey,
we've been doing it every morning for a couple months.
That's all good. I actually, we were listening to a mutual podcast yesterday, and they were talking about this, and they actually said that over a certain duration of time, you kind of got to take a couple of weeks off because your body actually gets adjusted to the cold, and it doesn't work as effective as it is. So just like everything else, you got to cycle in and cycle out, right?
Yep. We do it typically 5 days a week is our goal. Sometimes we do 6. But we usually take Sundays off because we get up early and go to church. Okay. And but it's definitely refreshing and it starts the day proper.
All right. You ready?
Yeah, let's rock
and roll. Let's do this, man. So today, guys, I appreciate it. Over the last couple of weeks, we've been slowly gaining viewership. We completely appreciate that. We're doing a lot of things to make this show better. Brent's got some stuff working behind the scenes that's going to be specifically towards us. We have our own specific YouTube channel now called Old Guys Still Rock. We will be sending out that link on this. So everything that you come on there will be specifically for that. I know over the last couple of weeks, it's been through Team Armstrong. We just felt this show needed its own channel. So we have uploaded all the past episodes onto this stuff. And then every link that comes out to that, you'll be able to see these simultaneous, basically in accordance, I guess you could say, from episode 1, 2, 3, 3, and 4 there. So anyway, with that being said, today's topic, brother, that you and I have been talked about is socially silent. And it is epic. And I was literally driving in here today, and one of my good friends, she's been very, I would say, active on social media lately. And she's completely frustrated where she's literally got a picture dropping the mic. It's like, I can't do anymore. And my biggest fear, brother, and I want you to talk us through this because I know that you're working with some people right now in this. My biggest fear is that's what's happening to our age group. We're getting tired, and it's like our window, our time has passed us by, and our window's shutting. What would you say to somebody that has that feeling? Again, remember. Again, I'm stopping. I'm going to go back to it. We're really, really concentrating on, guys, when you're watching this, if you're younger or older, our main focus is our guys kind of our 40 plus on this. So
Yeah.
we're talking to you, not saying that the younger generation can't get this, but the 40 plus, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80-year-old persons that's really feel like, God, my time has passed me by. I'm just going to sit back and be quiet. So what do you say on that?
Yeah, I would say don't do that.
Okay.
First off, you have a lot of experience to share and offer, and I think that this is our time to shine. Um, I get frustrated with social media as well, and there have been times when I have stopped posting for 2 or 3 or 4 days just because I'm frustrated with it. I don't want to open it because of the content that I'm seeing and being pushed. And I'll get a reach out from somebody, a DM or a text or a call, and like, hey, why have you gone silent?
Yeah.
I need what you're bringing to your page.
Mm-hmm.
You uplift me. You have no idea. And I'm like, well, give me a like then. Give me a follow. Give me
Yep.
something. Give me some indication that I'm making a difference. And it goes back to our prior
Yeah.
podcast. It doesn't matter if you feel like you're making a difference. You could be making a difference in somebody else's life and you
Mm-hmm.
don't even know it. I would
Mm-hmm.
tell you that don't be silent. This is the time to step up, be loud,
Yeah.
be proud,
Yep.
and get it done because these people need us. They need to know. Again, that demographic, that 40 to 65-year-old
Mm-hmm.
white male is the highest suicide rate currently,
Yeah.
right? And so
Absolutely.
we need to stop that. First off, we need to understand that that is not the way to exit stage left,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so um, reach out to us, reach out to a peer group, reach
Mm-hmm.
out to somebody, but definitely keep posting. Post for yourself,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Don't post for anybody else. I posted the other day. My posts are meant for me and maybe to reach out and touch one person. If you
Yeah.
can reach out and touch one person, keep doing it.
Do you feel when you make those posts, it's a good topic too. And I was thinking about this morning because a lot of times I'll post something and I really don't care if I get a response, kind
Yep.
of. It's to hold me accountable. Because right now, dude, I need to be held accountable more than anything right now. It's like I'm going through it. I've been going through it since June. It's tough. There's mornings I just want to stay in bed and watch Netflix. And I know there's some of you out there that are going to watch this or kind of the same thing.
Yep.
But I make post. Yes, it's great to get. I mean, I made a Memorial Day post. I've got over a thousand views on it, which means nothing. But the point of it is it's holding me accountable that I'm making a difference. And if I'm making a difference for someone else, that has to make me, I have to be better if I'm going to help somebody else to get better. So
Yep.
I am, as Brent is really saying, and Brent and I, again, 22 years of friendship, there's times that him and I talk to each other, and it's not because we're better than each other. We just need to know that there's someone else there.
Yeah.
And that's really what it is. And so, guys, when we're putting this channel on to it, guys, ladies, kids, whatever who's watching this, this is a spot that you can feel like you're not the only ones. And that's what Brett has said time and time again on here, is that we're making this page, Old Guys Rock. We have some social media stuff that's coming up too as well. Again, I know that we're talking again, but we understand that you're getting beat up on there. So I have another spot on here, buddy, that I want to bring up on here.
Okay.
And I think that we talked about this too, and maybe we hit it, but I'm going to hit it again. Is so many of us watch this social media again. Let's stay on this because that's what the topic is socially silent. I'm watching all these different things, and it's like rainbows and flowers and blah blah blah, or all these tragedies. People literally, hey, dude, look at this tragedy over here. I'm filming it and not doing. I'm going to say it, not doing shit.
Yeah.
Right. What happened, dude? It's like, oh my God, we're sitting there watching this, living vicariously someone else's lives, but we're at the same time as we're shutting our window, thinking, well, our time has passed us by. So where do we go with that?
Well, back to what I said before, you can make a difference. You should make a difference. You should be interacting, engaging in the world and not shutting the door, not shutting the window, whatever you're trying to shut. So there are many days that I want to burn it all to the ground
Mm-hmm.
and go hide in the woods, and then I look, am I making a difference? No, by doing that. Am
Mm-hmm.
I changing the world? Am I making it a better place? Am I making someone make a decision today to not exit stage left and off themselves,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so I just have to affect one. One
Yeah.
a day would be cool.
Yeah.
One a month would be cool. One a year would be cool, right? And so it's a tough time from our perspective. And correct me if I'm wrong, we didn't grow up with a lot of technology. I mean,
Yeah.
Mario Brothers and Atari, Asteroids was pretty much it, and we had to go someplace and stick a quarter in, right? And so that was technology, that was cool stuff, and now it's available 24/7, 365 right here,
Mm-hmm.
and it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't turn off. I would suggest turning it off once in a
Yeah.
while. I personally want to throw mine underneath the tire of my
uh,
truck and run
right.
over it, but
Amen, man. It's a necessary evil, and I also feel too that uh, obviously for those who've watched this in the past too is if you, we are men of faith, we believe in God, we believe in Jesus Christ. Again, this is us, not forcing anything on you, but I will say this is that I think there's you and I have had this conversation as well, and maybe this affects somebody. Again, we're just planting seeds here, and hopefully this opens up conversation for some other people. But we're feeling this. We're probably in the highest spiritual warfare that we've seen in a long time. There is a force that is trying to segregate every single one of us to go ahead and live our Seaver's lives. Going back to what Brent's saying is like, hey, we're by ourselves. There's no one else. I have to live through this by ourselves. So again, we're creating this, and we're going to be super repetitive. This to do share this vision. What Brent and I have on this is that this is a spot that you can come in and know that you're not the only one, but also share your wins. We want to hear your losses, but we also
yeah,
want to hear your wins. And sometimes I think the losses are more important to talk about than the wins, because that's all we've been groomed to talk about is win. We won. And the people that aren't winning right now are like, I want to win. How do I win? And
yeah,
how am I going to get back on that horse? Maybe you've been in a career for 35 years. It's happening, and you get laid off, or you get fired, or your company folds. It happens. We've
yep,
all gone through it. I mean, I've gone through it multiple times, probably self-induced a little bit, but your story of living in a truck, how many going through that, dude, and I think that kind of bring this back up to it is so we were not socially silenced down here, is that it was very easy for you to live in a truck for the rest of your life. It was
could
super
have.
simple for you. Yeah. Just everybody else is doing it. What do I have to do? So what was that thing to when you're sitting there? I mean, obviously there's something burning inside you. It's like, this is not the way I want to live my life. What was that? Like, oh my God, I can't do this anymore. And maybe there's
Right.
somebody right now that's going to watch this somehow, some way, that's going to watch this that's living in their truck.
Yeah. So didn't want to do it.
Right.
self
No.
self-inflicted wound, made a few
Yeah.
decisions, ended up there, woke up, what the hell am I doing here, right? And so um, I did have some interactions with some folks, so it was a weird time for me. So I was flying on jets during the day, doing business, living in hotels for business, and then coming back from that business trip off of a private jet, out of a Lincoln Town car, delivered to the office. I'd get in my truck and I'd drive and park and sleep in the back of it. So it is a little bit different than being
Mm.
technically homeless. It was really odd. It was a weird time. And I had a boss, my regional supervisor asked me, he says, when are you going to stop? Make a decision,
Mm-hmm.
figure something out. You're smart, get it figured out, make it happen. And I was like, well, yeah, I probably should do that. And it was just a little bit of a wake up call. Like he believed in me enough to promote me
Mm-hmm.
and to hire me and to show me that I had skills, and then called me out on it and said, what are you doing? Why? Do you need to play the victim? I think is what he was saying,
Yeah.
right? I
Yeah.
didn't need to. I chose to,
Right.
right? So do
Oh
you
man.
do you want to play the
So good.
victim? Do you want to be the victim? If that's your shtick, then be that, but then don't bitch about it,
Right.
right? So
Yeah. Yeah, I just, dude, that just resonates so much with me. I mean, you know my story, and we'll get into my story a
yep,
little bit later. But man, it is a decision, and we get tucked into, and realistically, going back to this again with socially silenced, you watch stuff on this, the evil necessary sometimes.
yep,
I don't know how necessary it is, but we'll call it the evil necessary right now. But we get into this that our life is not measuring up to everything that we see on here, and so
yeah,
we're the victim. Oh man, it's cousin Rocco Rico from Napoleon Dynamite. Man, if I just had one more chance, I would have won state. Well, you know what? You can still freaking win state because your
yeah,
time hasn't shut. And again, when we're talking about this, this is holding ourselves accountable. And there's times, as Brent just said it, every day not every day, but there's many days we just want to burn this stuff down, go find a job at Burger King and call it good. But that's not doing what God put us here to. As God, as my belief is, and Brent may agree with this or whatever, is God made us with no backup plan, and God made us to be perfect. And so, in His eyes, that we are perfect. The problem is, do we believe that we're perfect? So
yep,
that is what Brent and I's message is here today. Is yeah, you're perfect, brother, and you have a lot to brother or sisters, but you have a lot to share. So if you feel like your window's closing, open it back up, man,
yep.
because we need you out here more than ever. I mean, this debauchery, what's happening over in our government right now on both sides, dude, they're making decisions for us that's only best for them. Not
Yeah.
saying that we have to go out and riot and do all this stuff. Is I'm just saying is we need some freaking leaders that we can go ahead and help this younger generation so they don't have to go through what we're going through, because what we're getting fed right now is take care of yourself, don't worry about anybody else, and if something happens, record it and then go on your way or make fun of it. That's not who the heck God made us to. Is He made us with a servant heart. He made us to be vocal if something is wrong. He also made us to stand up for that other person. So again, man, that's why it says that my biggest worry right now, brother, is that we get farther and farther tucked away, and then that spiritual warfare that I feel is super present right now.
Yeah.
We're just going to be quiet and we're not going to say anything. So if I am sitting here and we planted a little seed, and one of these gentlemen or a lady is watching this right now, God, they're kind of making sense. What's my next step for that person to go ahead, and what would you suggest for them to do? And I know that you kind of said it earlier, but so we
Yeah.
can reiterate this. What's my next step? Is like this kind of things, but I'm kind of scared. I don't know if I want to reach out and to talk to buddy. I don't know if really what I have to say is going to help. What can they do to
So,
help
couple,
this?
yeah. So, a couple of things. First off, I said it in another podcast that we did. Who's it going to be if it's not you?
Mm-hmm.
And then on the cousin Rico thing off Napoleon Dynamite, right? Cousin Rico, obviously, it wouldn't have been as cool of a movie, but he could have started coaching a young people's football league, right? He could have
Yeah.
volunteered at the Y. He could have got involved. He could have engaged. He could have said, look, I may not be able to be in high school anymore and throw that ball and win, right? But I can help other high school people win, or I can help others win, right? Get engaged,
Yeah.
call to action, call yourself out, stop playing the victim, call us,
Yeah.
Linktree at Brent Wright. It's
Mm.
there,
Dude,
right?
that's so good. Dude, it's so good. And it's such a simple thought, right? But it's something that we just don't ever think about. You don't have to have a jet. You don't have to have a $50 billion boat. And I know it's really cool to have those things. And if you get to that, if God blesses you with that, dude, go for it. Don't say anything wrong with that at all. But yeah, if you're the guy that missed that touchdown pass, if you're the guy that missed that 30-footer basket to win state, doesn't mean your time is over, man. That window is wide open, and there's guys that are basically crawling to get some of that information. And then guys like us, dude, like if you call us, we're not here to, as I said to you, this is not for us, this is for you, but we're here to, is like, if we're helping you, you're helping us.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm trying to say, man. And
Yep.
that's really what it is too, is you're helping us, is because we're striving to get better. We want you to strive to get better. We know that you're going to get better. We know that whoever is watching this has an immense amount of talent. And you're like, well, I'm already doing all that stuff. Well, do more, because just a little bit is not enough. And again, calling myself out,
Yeah.
calling Brent out, calling everybody else who's watching this to us. So me standing behind this microphone takes a lot of balls to get out here and do this. I'm nerve wracked 48 hours before I have to get on here and do this, right? Because I don't want to say something wrong or offend anybody. But the bottom line is we're doing it, and we want you to be a part of it. If you want to be a part of this episode, obviously where Brent is, we're 1,000 miles away from each other, but we still have the opportunity to do this stuff. Super easy to patch you in and have you as a guest to share your experiences. So, man, I think that we're kind of at our limit for a little bit.
Yeah.
I think that we can touch on this a little bit more, but probably in different threads. But something that you want to share that we haven't talked about yet today that goes along with this, that can really plant a seed for somebody that's watching this, or get somebody to go out and do something that's kind of been thinking about the same thing that we have.
Yeah. If you don't know where to start, reach out to somebody who's doing the things that you want to do.
Yeah.
Just reach out, just engage, just ask. Right. And so I used to be involved with a nonprofit called Committed Partners for Youth, and they made a huge difference in our area. And it wasn't a huge commitment. It was like 1 hour a month.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you are serving someone else for 1 hour a month, and the amount of benefit that you would get out of that 1 hour a month of serving could make a difference, not only in their life, but in yours.
Yeah.
Right. And so I say, be people of action and stop playing the victim. Stop being silent. Silencing yourself, silencing others is a victim mentality, and it's a scarcity mentality, and it's not serving to the greater good of you or anybody else.
Yeah.
And I'm calling myself out on that. That's me, right?
Yeah.
So I have to remind myself that every day.
Dude, thank you so much for today, brother. This was good, man. I got a couple chills up on down my arm. You had some good insight today. I appreciate that. Hey, brother, I know you're working on a social media platform to really help somebody. Is there any updates that you want to share on that? If not, that's okay. I just want to go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm having a meeting today to facilitate the final steps of that. And then it's about a week and a half to 2 weeks to build it out and get people on it. We're running about 2 weeks behind, but that's technology, right?
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
That's the way of the world right now. So best laid plans of mice and men. I wanted to go live today, but we're about 2 weeks out from that. And we'll be sharing that. It's going to be super cool. There's going to be opportunities to engage with other groups of people. I did a presentation last week with a firefighter group, and they're really interested in being able to engage socially with other firefighters across the world. And so that's just one of the micro groups that are going to be in this platform.
Oh, good. Well, and again, you said it, but what was the brainchild behind this? What made you like, hey, I need to do this?
Because I need it.
Yeah.
I need to engage with other like-minded people. I want to be able to reach out to folks that I need help with. I need to be able to schedule time with people I want to pay to help me. I want to be able to help others. And that's kind of, I saw the technology and I was like, this is exponential. I got to do this. I got to do something with this.
Very cool. So when that happens here in a couple of weeks, guys, are we cool to unveil it while we record this? Awesome.
Yep.
So I'm looking forward to that. Guys, until the next time that we see each other, really appreciate all of you guys that being around here. and supporting us so far. Is if you see this and you like it, leave a comment. If you see this and you hate it, leave a comment. Just do something, right? It's like
Yep.
we're training. If you have suggestions of what topics that you would like to hear about this, let us know about what you would like to hear about. Because that's the only way we're going to make better. Again, we're Old Guys Still Rock. We'll be sending the link out through our social media pages, and more than ever, like it, subscribe for sure. And that way is eventually what we have to do is a couple of test runs to make sure it works out to it. But eventually we'll be going live on this and won't be recorded. So you will be actually call in and be able to give your stuff. So, but we need some subscriptions because if we go live right now, we're not going to hit anybody. So like this, subscribe it, do the best to it. Brent, I hope that you and your family continue to stay safe, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. I'm so incredibly grateful for you. Guys that are watching this on Brent's side or maybe mutual acquaintances on there, again, reach out. Let us know how you guys are doing, good or bad. We truly, truly want to help you. Our mindset is to have a servant's heart, and that's what we're going to. And again, does it not only help you, but it helps us. So until the next time, guys, stay safe, but most of all, God bless. We love you guys to death, and thank you so for your support. Take care.
I have waited a lifetime, spend my time so foolish.